One of the things that people say they're doing, if you ask B2B companies if they're doing content marketing, 85% of those companies say that they're doing it. But reality is most are doing it very poorly. They have a white paper or a webinar and they consider that content marketing. What are some of the common problems that you guys find when you go into companies that say they're doing content marketing, and what do you do to fix the things they're not doing right?
Well, one of the things we see most often is that they have content, but it's what we call weak content or weak information. The content actually lacks value, and a lot of it's actually selling and yelling content. It's like screaming, "Buy me," or "Buy this," or "Do that," and it's kind of old school madmen marketing. And so, on the website and even on a lot of blogs and social media, that's a problem. Another problem we see is they have no blog, or if they have a blog, it's abandoned or unattended. And a lot of times we see yelling and selling on the blogs as well. We also see one-way social media campaigns where they're like electronic billboards, and there's no dialogue. It's just, again, screaming, buy my soda, or buy my car, or whatever. And it's, again, a one-way campaign. And then there's also the technical setup of the websites, which is, Alex, why don't you run with that, because there's a whole list on that.
Well, when you're talking about content marketing, if the technical setup of your site is not done well, then anytime someone tries to share it, anytime someone is trying to look for it, it's going to be harder to find overall, just because there's not enough information about what you're writing. Also, the way that the article is written, the way that it's laid out, its presentation has a lot to do with whether it's going to get picked up as quality content or not. What I find is the biggest problem is that those companies that say they're doing the content marketing, they're really just having content written, putting it out there, and they don't even know what the content is. They don't have people dedicated toward responding to the content, or overlooking it, analyzing it, making sure that it's actually quality content. They're just, they're saying they're doing it. It's kind of like, I'm putting money into this and it's happening, and yes, we're doing it, but do you really know what's coming out of it? Do you know if any of your content is actually taken off? Is some of it rejected? Are you getting negative comments? Are you approving comments? Is it getting syndicated via social networks? Are people using it in their feeders? Are they connected to your website via RSS? So there's a ton of different reasons, both technically and the technical side not only has to do with the code, but also has to do with the technical way that the content is written. So that's my take on that part.
Let me ask you a follow-up question on that. One of the real key things what I just heard you say is that people have content. It's basically crappy content, marketing crap speak. And so having somebody like, when you guys come in, you're an independent third party and you can give them kind of a fresh perspective. But let's say a company's trying to do that on their own. How can they start a process internally to look at their content with a more of an honest eye to whether it has value or not?
Well, the first step is to actually look at it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I mean, actually take a look at your own website. I mean, visit your own website and see what it looks like. But that's pretty funny, actually. A lot of people don't. You ask yourself the question, when's the last time I looked at my own site? But, actually have somebody, if it's not a consultant like us or somebody else, have a third party that has no knowledge of your business, or if you're targeting a niche, even have like one of your clients give you an honest opinion of the website, or even go out and use something like SurveyMonkey and do a blind survey on your own. Spend $25 or whatever it is for a blind survey, and get people to comment on your pages or your blogs. And the thing is, ask it, but you can even ask yourself honestly. Look at the page and ask the page honestly. If a friend of mine or my best client read this page, would he get value from it? Is there any takeaway? And when he reads this blog, is there anything he walks away with like, wow, I had an aha moment there. I didn't know that, or I can use this tomorrow in my business. I mean, if you make nuts and bolts, does it tell them, how to use an extractor or something simple like that? I mean, is there any human benefit to the content you're knocking out there, where they can, apply that to their business to help them make money tomorrow? I mean, the old thing, it's called WIFM, right? What's in it for me? And, when they read your content, there has to be some kind of takeaway for them, some benefit for them. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of verbose doublespeak, right?
Well, especially if someone is looking at content through search. They're looking for something specifically. Now, if you're stuffing your blog with words that are going to come up in that search, but in the end you don't offer anything, you're kind of just restating the question. They just wasted their time reading it, and they're actually going to be less likely to click on your links or ask you for a quote.